symbol? Rectangle with three components will be there. Any class is represented by a rectangle with the three components. What are all those three components? Sorry, name of the class, attributes and operations. So this is exactly of your class. How the class is defined. So class will be having a name, class name. Within the paragraph curly braces, we will be giving the members, data members and member functions. Data members are called attributes here and the member functions are called operations in the class diagram. Okay, and then with connected to the class, we even discussed about the relationship, object oriented relationships. Okay, so where we discussed two things, two types of relationships. One is the generalization, other one is the association. What do you mean by generalization? Generalization is the relationship among various relationship between two classes and it will be of parent-child relationship. So two classes are getting connected means definitely one will be a parent class. From the parent class we do derive or inherit the child class, okay, or superclass and subclasses. So parent-child relationship is represented by generalization, okay, and object or the instance with the class is connected or represented by association. Okay, so this is, so parent-child relationship is represented by generalization and the instance of the class and the class both are getting connected or represented by the association. Again, association is of two types. One is composite and another one is aggregation. Okay, so this is about your class and then we had a discussion about interaction diagram. So class diagram is actually a structure of the entire program, whereas interaction is used to represent the behavior of the system. Okay, so the next is going to be state chart diagram, where we will be using various states. Okay, so take down state chart diagram. State, whatever the notebook you have, you can write state chart diagram. So if you are not having notebook, you need to give little more attention because questions will be for you only. Okay, state chart diagram describes the dynamic behavior of the dynamic behavior of an individual object. This smart way you can do one thing. Why don't you take some paper and share it to your friends? Why can't you do that? State chart diagram describes the dynamic behavior of an individual object as a number of states and transitions between the states. That's it. So state chart diagram or state diagram describes the dynamic behavior of an individual object. So we know, we are familiar by now, we are familiar with the object. Class, for the class we do create a variable, but with respect to the class, that variable is called an object or the instance. Okay, so the dynamic behavior of an object is represented using state chart diagram. What will happen to that object when some external event happens on a particular object or on a system? What change will happen on the object? That will be represented by the state chart diagram. So here we will be using some number of states and the transition. Clear? So here when we talk Obviously, two very important states will be there. Initial state or I can say start state. Initial state or start state. Initial state and final state. Initial state and final state. 44:7. Initial state and final state. So normally the state will be represented by a rounded rectangle. It looks like oval. This actually only here it should be little bent. Rounded rectangle. The corner will not be sharp. It will be bent. So this we call it as circle rectangle. Okay. So the each state will be represented by a rounded rectangle. Circle rectangle we can say. And the transition is represented by an arrow. Transition is represented by an arrow. What do you mean by an initial state or a start state? So the element or the object where it starts or initially what will be the state of the particular object. For an example, you just created an object which is not initialized with any value. You have only created an object. So you have created a class. Later on when you are going to access your class, you are creating, suppose your class name is student, class student. So now you are going to create an object student S1, S2. So you have only just created, nothing is being assigned. So that is the initial state or start state of an object. Okay. So when it is assigned some value, it is going to be used for some process, and that object is going to be involved in any of the operations. So S1 we consider some normal integer variable itself. So I have integer A, B, C, 3 variables I have declared. Okay. So initially I have just declared the variable C. Later on I am assigning C is equal to 0. It has got some value. Later it is going to be changed by C is equal to A plus B. C is equal to A plus B. So addition of these two values will be stored over there. So next step what I am going to do, C plus plus. C is getting incremented. So once again I am going to do some operation. C plus equal to 10. C plus equal to 10. So what are all the changes are taken place on C? C value is getting changed dynamically. Okay, C value is getting changed dynamically, and that should be represented by the state. When I consider one state, that state could be changed as and when the process is taken place, C could be changed. So initially what is given for C or what exactly C is the initial state. Finally when you are going to display, so here you are going to give printf percentage %b or whatever it may be C. See, you are displaying. While displaying, what is the final state of C? Whatever is the last process on C, whatever the last value on C will be displayed. The final state will be displayed over there. So start state is initially when the process have not yet started, where the object is, which we call it as a start state. When it is getting entered, what will be the state of the particular object, which is called as stop state or final state. Stop state or final state. Okay. A state represents a particular set of values for the object. Can we define like this? A state represents a particular set of values of an object. So this particular object initially it was having 0. Later on I did some operation, that time C value is different. So the state will be a set of values which is being given to the particular object. That we call it as a state. So a transition represents a future state the object can move to. The transition represents state the object can move to, and the condition associated with the change of state. Condition associated with the change of state. Note, state diagram focuses on the transition between two states. State diagram focuses on the transition between states as a result of external events. As a result of external events for an individual object. For an individual object. For an individual object. So, what is the main function or main focus on the transition? So, the transition is moving from one state to next state for any external event. Okay. So, your fan is on. Okay. So, initial state of your thing is, okay. So, you start always with this circle and all, any process, because we do even consider our use case activity diagram here. Okay. So now simple diagram I am drawing. Once again I will give you another example. Fan is on. Fan is on. That is the initial condition. So as soon as initially fan is on. Normally it will be off. So I start with this. So initially fan is off. Okay. So here you give one press switch. Press the switch. So pressing the switch is the external event. You are doing it on an object. So here the object is switch. Object is switch. Okay. So no. Object is fan. We are focusing on fan only. Object is fan. Here one more thing is getting involved to create the event or for the event to happen. That is your switch. So pressing the switch is an event. Pressing the switch is an event. So when you do so, this is the transition from this state to your fan state moves to fan is on. Fan is on. Okay, so you are going to leave with this itself. Okay, I am not going to see anything further about it. I can conclude with this itself. If not, again when you are leaving the classroom, you are going to press the switch again to put off the fan and close it. Okay, so once again, if you are, this is only connected with the switch. So this may be for fan or light work, whatever it may be. So press the switch again. So the state of the fan will be changed to off. Fan is off. Clear? This is the simplest thing for you to understand. So we are going to take another well-known example. Later I will give you this clock itself for you. You need to do it on your own. Okay? So at the end, any activity diagram should be started with a single circle, ended with a, what do you do? So outer one circle and then this will be shaded. So the process is ended. Okay? So now we will take one example of, you are not familiar in using ATM card, right? So what exactly the process taken place? What are all the things you do to use your ATM card? First, you go to the ATM machine. That need not be considered. Okay. So ATM card is an object. ATM card is an object. On that object, what are all the things happening? Right? So you insert the card. First process, whether the card is inserted properly or not. If the card is not inserted properly, you will not be getting the display. You will be getting an error. Remove the ATM card and insert it again. You will be getting an error. So there itself, if suppose you are not at all able to insert the card inside that machine, there is some problem either with your card or with the machine. So there itself you will come to the end. You will not be able to proceed, or you will go to some other ATM machine, right? Yes, successfully inserted the card inside the ATM machine. So the next stage will be, it will be asking you the PIN. That will be the next stage. It is the work on the ATM card. Okay, connected to the ATM card only this is happening. A program is written for the ATM machine and the chip is embedded with your ATM card. Okay, so both should cooperate to do any particular process. So the next it will be asking you the ATM PIN. You are giving the PIN again. So if the PIN is correct, you will be able to proceed further. If the PIN is not correct, there itself your ATM, though the ATM card is inserted inside the ATM machine, will not be able to do anything if the PIN is not correct. So there inside there will be a checking that we are not going to show in the state diagram. We are only focused on the state of an object. The activity we will describe in the activity diagram, where we will be checking the condition. When the condition is checked, if the condition is true, what happens? If the condition is false, what happens? All those things are depicted by the activity diagram. Whereas here state is only for an object. Here the object is our ATM card. Using ATM card we are going to do the transaction. So what are all the state of the ATM card only we are going to represent now. Okay? Yeah. Now PIN is not correct. So there itself you come to an end. That is one part. Otherwise activity diagram will take care of that. It will be telling you PIN is incorrect. So we will be trying once again. Once again if you give the PIN it may work. But with respect to the state diagram, only two things. If it is correct, move on to the next state. If it is not correct, go to the next state. That is nothing but end. That is nothing but end. So, end state diagram, how do we start? You first fix, you need to identify and some characteristics you need to understand. With respect to the state chart diagram, you need to identify the important objects. When a complete process is given, like we had a confusion in fan on and off. Which one is the object? Okay, whether fan is an object or switch is an object. You need to identify the important objects to which you are going to represent the state diagram, because state chart diagram is to represent dynamic behavior of the system. Not only dynamic behavior of the system, entire lifetime of the system will be represented. That is, from the starting of the system to the end of the system we will be representing. Okay, so these two are the requirement or the important points about state chart diagram. Fine. So what are all the things we need to identify? Identify the important objects. Okay, identify the number of states what it is going to take place. Like for a simple process, if you keep on add so many states again, it will be, while programming it will be very difficult. So you need to identify the number of finite states it must be. If it becomes infinite states, we will not be able to program for it. It is a previous step of the coding. It is modeling. After the modeling only we are going to do coding, right? So please correlate this to the flowchart. Okay, right. So we need to identify the number of states and we need to identify the transition, and for that what input. Like if I give so and so input, it will move on to the next state. What is the previous state and what will be the next state? These three things you must be very clear. Object with important objects, and then number of states and the transition. So transition will be labeled with the input. Like I had written, right, press the switch. Press the switch. That is the input to that particular state. So when it receives that input, when it is on a particular state, it is moving on to the next state. I give you one more very simple thing, then we will move on to the ATM card diagram. Okay. So normally or 1, but it must have 4 numbers to do some process. So what I can do? Q1, it can receive either 0 or 1 because there is no condition how the number should be, right? So it can have 4 numbers, combination of zeros and ones, and it can occur at any position. I can have a number like this, 0 1 0 1 or 1 0 1 0 or 1 0 0 1, whatever it may be, it should be a 4-digit number. That's it. Okay. So I am saying here 0, 1 or I can say 0 or 1. Irrespective of what it is, when it receives one value, it moves to next state, Q1. Okay, so then again it has to receive 0 or 1, it has to move on to the next state. Okay, so 2 digit it has received, it cannot end, so Q3, again 0 or 1, Q4, 0, that's it, my mandatory is done. It has received 4 digit. So suppose from Q0 it has received number 1. So by carrying 1 it moves to Q1 state. So at Q1 it has received 0. It is my example only. It has received 0. So it has moved to Q2. When it is in Q2, it is receiving again 0 itself. Fine, it goes to Q3. When it is in Q3, it is receiving 1. Yes, it is also an accepted input. Suppose instead of giving 0, 1, I have given a star over here. I can give a star over here. So it will not be able to move on to the expected state. So the expected states or the defined states here is Q1, Q3, Q2, Q3, Q4, which I have identified already. My system is going to have 4 states. Okay, after the 4th state, it has to go to the final state, stop state. That is my plan. Okay, with that only I am modeling. But after 3, it has received the star. Definitely it cannot go to Q4. So from here, this is the final statement. The work is done. When the work is completed, it is going to the final state. When the work is not completed, normally it should go to the failure state. When it is star, it cannot come to the final state. It cannot come to the final state. Okay, so to process with the normal flow, it has to receive the proper input. It is not receiving the required input. It cannot travel on the direct path. It will be moved to the trapped state or dead state or failure state. You get my point? So with this base, we can construct a state chart diagram for the ATM card. Usage of ATM card. Okay. So I will give you idea. You can start doing it. Okay. So what are all the things we will be doing? Start. Insert the ATM card. Next stage will be it is inserted properly. If it is not inserted properly, there itself let it go to the final state. That is, the process is not done. It could not do anything. In the state chart diagram, we won't be given any trap state. Okay, directly it will go to end. Means with the failure, we just give a label on the transition. That is, transaction is not done. Transaction is not done. You insert a card will be the first state. Second state will be enter the pin. Okay. Next state we only focus on the positive part. We only focus on reaching the proper final state with the positive output. Okay. Enter the pin will be the next, and then next it will be asking you the transaction initiated. So the transaction could be of anything. You may withdraw, or you may request for the mini statement, or you may, what else you can do with that? After giving the pin, you may like to change the pin, right? Various operations, whatever it may be, that could be represented by transition. You give a pin number, so it is accepted. Accepted is a label should be given for on the transition. When the pin is accepted, move on to the transition. The transition could be of anything. Transition could be of anything. After the transition, eject the card. Eject the card. So now can we draw the diagram like this? You are inserting a card. the card could not be inserted properly, so directly it could be eject the card. You are entering the pin is not accepted, you have given a wrong pin. So with that label, can you give a transition to eject the card? Correct? When you are not able to give the, so many, 3 times it will give you the chance. That will be taken care by the activity diagram, which we will not show here. Pin is wrong, eject the card. Pin is right, move on to the transition. So transition is done, eject the card. Correct now? So we have completed the transition, eject the card and end. That's it. So once you complete this, we can move on to the setting the time in the digital watch, digital clock. Okay. So copy down this. I will draw this alone. Please remember, this is for the ATM card. Symbol only is very important. So first step, what do we do? Insert card. Insert card. So insert card, eject card, those two we know very well, right? So somewhere I will even draw a state as no talking. What do you want to do? So eject card. Okay. So insert card. So here not accepted. Insertion is not accepted. Obviously, it comes to here. Label what I have given is not accepted. Okay. So if it is accepted, so the next state will be enter pin. Enter pin. If it is wrong pin, the transition, so pin is wrong. Wrong pin. Okay. So if the pin is correct, perform the transaction. Pin is correct, transaction. Here you can write anything inside. The transaction you want to specify, it is a withdrawal, write withdrawal inside. I have only generally written as transaction. It could be of withdrawal, or it could be of changing the pin, or it could be of even, what else we can do? We can deposit money also. Yes or no? Using the ATM card, you can even deposit the money if the provision is available with that ATM machine. So what are the transactions you are doing? After the transaction is done, it may ask you for the printout. If you want to specify, you can specify. Or it will be asking you one more transaction you want to do. Right? So here, you are giving an option as one more transaction. One more transaction. One more transaction. So after the transaction, if you want one more transaction, in the question will be transaction. Do you want one more transaction? 4 options you can give in the transaction itself. After the transaction, it will be asking you the transaction could be of withdrawal, change of pin, okay, and then deposit of money. And then it will be asking you want to do one more transaction. If you have given for one more transaction, you go from here, the label only, it should be one more transaction. If not, reject the card. No more transaction. If the label is no more transaction, reject the card. If it is one more transaction, for one more transaction, if you have given S, you will do the transaction and then eject and then come to the final stage. So then I am going to model it because in the planning itself, everything we will plan. Right? So here you should do completed. task is done, process is completed. So when everything is completed, move on to the final stage. Okay? So when we are planning to model itself, we must know what is the start state and what is the final state. Start state is inserting the card, final state is ejecting the card. Within that, what are all the things happening? So first, you are inserting, there itself it may be ejected, it may be rejected. Then you are entering pin, that also may be rejected. Again, when it is correct, the pin is right, you proceed with the transaction. In the transaction, you have so many things that could be represented by the activity, because there you will be giving, you give a diamond and you check which transaction you want to do. Based on that, you may give lot of segments. Okay, so that will be taken care by the activity. There only we take care of the various states of an object. You have any doubt? So you are having already notebook is not available now. Setting the time. Okay. Generally, we take an example. You are placing an order. You are placing an order on online. It may be on Amazon or Flipkart or whatever it may be. You are placing an order. So for that, I want you to draw the state chart diagram. Construct the state chart diagram for placing, not only placing an order until the delivery of the product. You need to place an order for a camera. Let us assume for a camera. Okay. And draw a state chart diagram till the product is delivered. So tell me overall what are all the things could be there. You are placing an order, right? So how do you do that? You must have a login. If you are an existing person, Amazon or Flipkart, whatever it may be, first the process itself you need to give your credential, right? So if the credential is not available, is not there, you need to go for the registration. If it is available, you can proceed further. So here there is no failure. There is a possibility, right? So if no credential is not available, next state could be registered because you decided to place an order on Amazon. Okay? So enter your credential. There is no credential, register it. Now, either after registration you got a credential or you are an existing customer, you are already having a credential. Next, what could be the next step? Search your product. Searching your product. Next will be place the order. Next step could be they will be processing. So placing an order of a particular product. So here product is an object. Okay. So that product will be packed or wherever they need to purchase, they will purchase, pack it and then deliver. So all the entire flow needs to be drawn. So finally once the product is delivered, you can reach to the end state. If the product is not delivered or product is delivered but it is having some defect, product is okay or defected, you will be doing. If it is okay, it is good, so you will reach the end state. Still, if the product is not perfect, it is having some defect, still the process continues, right? If it is having defect, again you need to contact the customer care. Okay, so they will be till the delivery, or you may cancel the order. Two things may happen. Either you may request them to send back another product, or you just cancel the product so that the money will be credited to your account. So all the things you need to include in the state chart diagram. Do it now. Without making noise. Make it fast. Okay. So leave some space for that. No need to draw now. Draw it in the lunch break or break time. Again, we will make in the 6th hour. That time I will change. Okay. We'll move on to the next. It is we have discussed just about activity diagram. I want to give you a few points further. Activity diagram. It describes the behavior of the system. Activity diagram. Activity diagram. It describes the behavior of the system in terms of activities. In terms of activities. In terms of activities. Activities are modeling elements. Activities are modeling elements that represents the execution of a set of operations. Execution of a set of operations. So it is similar to your flowchart diagram. Just similar to the flowchart diagram. So this diagram, activity diagram, could be used. Activity diagram could be used to represent control flow. To represent control flow and data flow. Represent the control flow and data flow. Sometimes the objects could be carried from one class to another class. Some data could be varied from one state to another state. Or sometimes the conditions could be carried. The control could be carried. If this is the case, move on to this. If the condition is true, you do this. There it is carrying the control. Another time you will be sending one input from one state to the next state. So the next state or the next level, next activity may happen, depends upon the previous activity. Okay. So data can be carried or control can be carried using the activity diagrams. We have seen already, but still suppose this alone is asked, you must know clearly. So what about the symbols we will be using? We will be using oval and arrow. We will be using oval and arrow. I will give you one very simple example. Suppose you are looking for a resource. The resource could be of computer, printer, laptop, it could be of anything. Okay. So you are looking for a resource. Okay. You are searching for a resource. For that, like resource maybe a classroom or smart class, lab, can be of anything. Smart classroom, you want to access it. Okay. So first you will be, not you, we will be requesting for the smart classroom. Okay. First thing is requesting the smart classroom. Then it will be checked whether that particular time the smart classroom is free or not. Free or not. If it is free, allocate it immediately. I'll say that, yeah, the classroom is free now, you can go immediately. If not, we will be checking the availability of that classroom. So I may tell that for this hour, smart classroom is not available. So maybe for third hour it will be available. And then that time I will allocate. Then you are using it and then fix it in the thing. Okay. Or it may be of you are given some memory space. You are using something. You are utilizing the memory space of the college. Like you are going to the lab, you are accessing the systems, you are doing a lot of programs. Yes, fine, that is for your practice. At the end of the semester, everything will be removed. It will be archived. So when you need, it will be allocated and you are allowed to use it. Once the task is completed, your usage is over, then it will be archived. So all those things are the activity. So you can draw activity diagram for anything because it is all about an activity. whenever suppose we are checking a biggest among three numbers, that is an activity. So what are all the things we are doing? This is a very simplest thing. So you can just go with that flow chart itself, right? So you will be reading all the three numbers, reading the numbers will be the first activity. The second activity could be you check the first number with the second number. First number with the second number. So we are finding biggest among three numbers. So there itself among A and B, A is not biggest, only B is biggest. So I can ignore A there itself. So for the next level, I will be carrying only B. Am I right? Because A is smaller, I ignore. Now I will be carrying only B because I need to make a comparison with the C. So the next activity will be compare B with C. Compare B with C. If B is greater than C, then carry B to the next level. Ignore C because we are going to announce that B is the biggest. So the next will be display B as biggest number. N. Activity is entered. So what is the activity we have done? Finding out the biggest among three numbers. So this is the simplest process. Like any process could be represented by an activity diagram. We normally use only the oval arrow and